Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I wanted to make this live real quick and really connect with you guys. And I wanted to make this video talking about looking at the empowerment instead of the lack, looking at the things that you do have instead of the things that you don't have, looking how blessed your life is instead of finding all the reasons why your life isn't blessed. So we allow ourselves to see the distinction between what we have and what we don't have. So we allow ourselves to choose empowerment instead of lack. Instead of looking at what you're not grateful for, look for the things that you are appreciative towards. So it's allowing yourself to embrace the accentuation, the initiation of seeing yourself as the manifestation of life, and that life is not just happening to you, but you are what is happening to life, and you are the appearance of light that is manifesting itself and unfolding itself and recalibrating the energy of what you want to become in that moment. So it's seeing the empowerment that you are, it's seeing the addition that you are, and it's choosing to multiply from this moment and see that there's always the infinite realm of possibility, signs, confirmations, and miracles within your reality that will show you the reflections that you're supposed to look at and what you're supposed to look for. So it's giving you the ability to stretch yourself out and to really see that you're not maintaining your comfort zone and you're not maintaining the resistance zone or fight or flight resistance within yourself, but you're actually maintaining a way to be comfortable in the midst of challenging times or tribulations and things that force you to change and grow within yourself. So it means that you're looking at your life with a sense of perception. You're looking at your life from a different vantage point. You're seeing yourself encompassed in a different light and knowing that you're having a deep metamorphosis of the soul so that you're having complete allowance within your space to receive in this moment. So it means that you're not just interacting with life and thinking of how you don't have a reason to exist. You have every reason to exist. You have to find those reasons. You have to choose to live, laugh, and love every single day, and choose the empowerment and not the lack, and not the unworthiness, and not the disconnection or discontent or disdain or disrespect within your own reality, but find the things that really matter within your reality and then go on about those things so that you're following that sense of that breadcrumb trail of excitement, so that you're having complete allowance within your space, so that you have a consecration within your faith to know that your life is actually really good. Instead of looking for the things that are bad, instead of looking at the things that are just negative, instead of looking at the distortion within your reality, you're actually finding out the positive things in your reality and then going from there. You're purifying where you're coming from instead of where you're going, in a sense. So it means that you're growing. It means that you're channeling your energy, and it means that you're reinforcing the divine will that you want to become in that moment. So this means that in this moment, you are neither here or there. You are everything. You are omnipresent. You are simultaneous. So in that moment, we have to see that there are so many realities, so many different senses of connection that are happening all at once. And if we allow ourselves to actually see that, we're actually looking at the reflections that we're able to reverse. Now we're actually motivating ourselves past what we think is just perception, or just our biases, or just our limiting beliefs. So now we're choosing to believe something else. We're choosing to accept something else, but we're actually resonating within the truth of what it actually is, instead of what it is not. So it's not always it is what it is, sometimes it is, but most of the time it could always be what it could be more. So if you can see what it could be more all the time, this means that your life can change very drastically, very emphatically, and very directly. So if your life can change in this moment, that means you can change in this moment. That means you can mature and balance out the scales within your reality and see that every day that you seek purity, that you seek release, and that you seek that connection with the Shekinah glory of God's source energy, you're giving yourself that understanding that everything in your reality, everything in your current reality, gives you the ability to open up, in a sense. Excuse me. So, what are we? What do we want to become? It doesn't have to be something that happens in the next 20 minutes or the next 2 weeks or anything like that. But it has to be something that gives you that sense of allowance, that gives you a different set of words of wisdom, that gives you a different set of parameters that you can see yourself in so that you can adapt to your environment, so that you can have grace and majesty in changing times. So this gives you a different vantage point from seeing what you're just seeing right now, seeing your weakest moments, seeing your most debilitating state, seeing everything that is wrong in your reality. So this is where we lose the justification of right and wrong, of proving this or disproving that, agreeing to disagreeing. So this means we're losing justification. So we're not justifying how we are not blessed. So we see that in that moment, we have clarity. There's something crystal clear about the way that we are living and choosing to live. It means you have choices in a sense. So you always have choices. You always have a reason to be here. You always have a reason to exist. Find the transcendent reasons in your life and then go from there. Now, some of you, when you listen to this, or if you apply this in this way, people will look at you and say that you're delusional. But it actually means that you are not wanting to be a part of the illusion and manifesting your own illusion. This means that you're accentuating your energy and having a transfiguration of the soul, which is the balancing of the yin and the yang, which is a balancing of your belief systems. And it's seeing that everything is validation in a sense. So if you do have emotions that make you feel bad, you have to look at those emotions. Or when something happens, when your significant other does something, your boyfriend or girlfriend, husband, wife, doesn't matter what it is, it triggers something from the past, then you look at that. You don't run away from it, you don't combat it, but you embrace it. You see it for what it is. This means that we limit the amount that we're running away from. We limit the amount that we are disillusioned within. So this gives us the ability in the moment in time, in this crystal clear moment, of how we can transcend conditioning, being conditioned to feel a certain way, being conditioned to feel as if you are not God in your own reality. So this is where we recalibrate, encapsulate our energy, so that it is something that we are connecting into. We have to find that connection, because if we don't find that connection, then we lose ourselves. We lose ourselves in the moment. We find out that everything in our moment doesn't have to be a random set of moments. So moment to moment, we can be very subtle, very direct, very crystallized in the very fact that we're actually looking for the things that matter, and then subtracting the things that don't matter within our reality. So it shows us in this moment that we can decipher what is not connecting within our reality and what is connecting within our reality. If you have a system that works for you, use it. So we have to develop many different configurations of energy, many different avenues to see from things, and also different perceptions and different thought forms and different experiences that we attract to ourselves. So this gives us the ability to have a higher mantle of seeing, to have a higher vantage point of what we know ourselves to be, and that we're not assuming ourselves to be anything, but we're representing and expressing and living out the existence of the I Am Presence. So you're choosing to live out the existence. You're not choosing to substitute something and try to fill the void within yourself. You realize that you are always the void that is trying to fill whatever hole is there. So, in that moment, we can give ourselves that sense of spiritual mass that's coming in, that light that we encompass, something that we resonate with, and something that we allow our leadership to shine through. This means that you're not fearful of anything, and it doesn't mean that you won't have bad thoughts or bad emotions or have days where you feel imbalanced, but means that you're quicker in the way that you balance the energies, because you have to have balance. It's kind of like a ball that's on the ground and you move the ball. The ball is moving because you're making your hand move the ball, in a sense, right? So it means that the ball never loses its balance, it's just continuous. So you have to see yourself like that. So a lot of the times we feel as if we are a ball that is bouncing. But if we see that the ball is only moving because we make it move and make it feel as if it's out of kilter, But if we can feel as if we are the rotation or the axis or the spinning motion of that ball, we see that we're the ones wielding it. So in that moment, we never really lose our balance. We just feel or assume or believe that we lose our balance. It's kind of like believing that you're very, very sick, in a sense. So a lot of the times when people catch a cold, they believe it more and more, and then they make themselves more sick within themselves. So we have to change the root of the belief, of what we assume ourselves to be, of what we actually think that we are. So therefore, if you believe that you're fat, you're going to be fat. If you believe that you are great at something, you're generally going to excel at it. So most of the time, but it's not just believing your good thoughts either. It's not just doing your affirmations and sitting on the couch, but it's using the beliefs and applying the will and then going from there wholeheartedly, knowing that you're going to reflect that back into your space. So, seeing the root cause of what makes us believe that we're assuming ourselves to be something that we're not, in a sense. So most of the time we make assumptions. So an assumption is making an ass out of ourselves and assuming that we're this person, that we're this object, that we're this illusion. We see that we're not just a physical specimen, but we see that we're a mind, body, and spirit. So when we dissolve our assumptions, this means that we're in a constant flow of thinking clearly. This means that there's clarity. This means that there is belief systems that help you have healthy emotions. Then there's a sense of empowerment, which is realization, or it could be self-actualization in a lot of ways. So now you're purifying your desires, you're finding the signs, confirmations, and miracles, you're receiving the reflections, being able to reverse them, but then you're able to project exactly what you want. But then you're seeing that everything is based on how much you desire, you want, and want to activate your own sense of guided meditation. So, activate that within yourself in this moment. So, reflect that, only be that, and then never entertain anything else or tolerate anything else that does not want to be activated within that moment. So that's where you have the transfiguration of soul. That's where you're balancing the scales. Rather it's financially, rather it's your belief systems, or it may be your physical health. It could be something simple as that. It's kind of like there was a moment where you were eating fast food all the time. I'm using myself as an example. There was a time where I was traveling a lot and fast food was kind of the only option. So I gained a lot of weight. And then I was like 194, and then I had to kind of be like, okay, I need to run and swim. So I was able to lose like 25, 30 pounds, and I was able to not only fast and choose when to eat and when not to eat. So I was regaining control instead of just being a glutton and giving into that. So it was the ability to kind of like look at myself in the mirror and see that I don't look good, I don't feel good. So if I don't feel good, then I have to tame the beast within. So if I tame the beast within, which is yourself most of the time, you don't realize it, but it is, then you have to stretch yourself out. You have to be receptive. You have to be a good listener. You have to open up and be able to accept the change. So a lot of us are trying to accept change or grace within our life. The way that we do that is to, in this moment, see what is not working, see what is not effective, and then doing opposite of that. That's changing the cause and effects within your reality. So it's very simple seeing polarity of positive and negative, light and dark, this or that, presence, non-presence, physical, non-physical. That's basically what I'm outlining in this video. So it's all the same thing. I can break it down in many different, concepts and explanations. But at the root cause of it, if we just do exactly what is opposite to the things that we keep perpetuating, keep doing, keep acting on, keep thinking about, and do exactly the opposite, then there's a really great change within yourself. It's kind of like you have a job and you've gotten 3 readings that you should quit that job, but you keep running away from it. You don't do it, but you keep it because you want that security, you want the money, and you want to be safe within yourself. But then, once you do that, once you quit and leave that configuration of energy, and then guess what? There's a ripple effect within your reality. You start to manifest more. You start to do things more that you love, and maybe you get another job that's more in vibrational alignment with what you're trying to do. So it's kind of that understanding of, if you do the things that you need to do, then you will excel at life. But if you do what is opposite of that, then you're just going to keep manifesting the same things. Now, if you keep doing those same things and you do the opposite of the same things, then you will change the balance in your life. This is how you change your thoughts, your choices, and everything that you do. So it's kind of like you did a reverse psychology on how the world wanted you to feel and think and perceive yourself. Now, obviously, if you see commercials, you see like a famous actress, Margot Robbie, on a commercial. Not everybody looks like that. Not everyday people look like that. I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, for Christ's sake, I don't look like that, but I don't need to be that, because I love the person that's looking at me in the mirror. And you probably love the person that's looking at you in the mirror. And you don't have to look like Chris Hemsworth or Margot Robbie. You don't. Because God loves us all the same. So we have to work with what God gave us, in a sense. So that's the ability to see that. I've been up since like 8:30 and I haven't ate anything. So after this live, after the healing that I do, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat a lot of food. So I haven't ate anything. But we're going to do some healing energy. I hope everyone receives on this live. I have a new private session special. It's 30 minutes for $50 and 45 minutes for $85, I believe, or $95 or something like that. I think it's $85. So feel free to like, feel free to share. And if you're watching this on YouTube, all the videos are pre-recorded. We're going to help healing energy with our prosperity, changing our choices, our thought forms, and what we exist as. So feel free to do so. Archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy in the great I am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, grounding and ascending, connecting into your energy, connecting into who you are, and allowing yourself to make divine choices and have that divine orchestration within your life to allow your life to unfold, to pick and choose the emotions that you want to represent, to pick the state of being that you always apply and that you tap into your free will, and the ability to facilitate the container, the vortex, the mind, body, and spirit in this moment so that you can see yourself encompassed in a different light. So this is where we balance the scales. We see that there's an infinite realm of possibility, and we see that we're able to reinforce and redirect the focus and the connection that we are. Having a state of complete love, having a state of complete resonance, and having self-acceptance within ourselves. And just receive a heart activation from Jesus. He's going to help us download 3 energetic signatures, energetic configurations, and 3 different auras within our space. So a magenta, a turquoise, and a violet flame within our heart, activating the third eye, helping us encompass new belief systems, new emotional guidance systems, changing the polarity of positive and negative, and then activating the causal chakra, downloading Metatron's cube to help us change cause and effect within our realities. So the Kundalini energy is coming through very strongly, giving us quick release and then rejuvenation. So this gives us the ability to subtract out of our lives and then add, implement, and then multiply within our realities. And this also helps you activate the Merkaba, to activate the sense of being a non-dual awareness, and to also embrace the yin and the yang, and to see that in this moment you can become the shapeshifter of creation if you want to. So we have Sasquatch coming through, helping us be more bold and transcendent, giving us a solar plexus chakra activation. Helping us become interdimensional, interwoven, and being interconnected with different strands of the cosmic codex. Receiving a cosmic encryption and tapping into God code. Shekinah glory fully realized. Saint Germain and Merlin are going to activate the throat, helping us clear the throat, helping us speak in our authority, helping us become higher, further, faster, higher, further, faster, higher, further, faster. So as it's cleansing the throat, then we are being connected to the angelic chakras and the galactic chakras, and being connected to our Akashic record to see our past lifetimes of our highest benefit. And then being able to discern heaven within our own space, to see the empowerment, not the lack, to see the good, not the bad, and to see the positive and not the negative. And now we're going to be cleansing poverty consciousness in this moment. So there's golden coins from Atlantis being dropped down and connecting to the dolphins, the ninth dimensional frequencies. And now we're going to be connecting to 444 grid, 144 grid, 534 grid to initiate resiliency, completion, childlike wonder, and a fully integrated space of energy. Allowing yourself in this moment to fully embrace God within your life, to adapt within the changing times, and to embrace your 12th dimensional frequencies. And simultaneously connecting to the monad, the I Am Presence, the 12 aspects of yourselves in different realms, different planes, different universes, so that every lifetime that you're living in this existence can be purified. And also releasing childhood trauma as well, that had to do with prosperity, that had to do with abuse, and that had to do with emotional decline. So we're helping the subconscious be conscious and the unconscious to be conscious in this moment. Purifying the ears so that angelic frequencies can come in, to be a better listener, and to be one that is wise, loving, and connected. And receiving prophetic timelines, experiences, circumstances from the Enochian angels and the Anunnaki, helping you embrace the light body within yourself. And now the Apostle Paul is going to have us accept the higher self. Billions of light codes are coming in. Codes, frequencies, and downloads coming from Andromeda. And we have the dusky pink dragon from Andromeda helping us fully embrace a state of purity, a state of zero-point creation. And a full state of Zen, Shekinah glory. Archangel Michael is going to give us the sword of the Spirit, the shield of wisdom, the cloak of power, the breastplate of righteousness, and the helm of salvation. The golden Christ dragon is going to help us embrace health and wellness, fluent speech, higher vocabulary, and a higher resonance of sixth density nature of consciousness. And Archangel Ezekiel is going to give us a green ray of healing all around our vessel, but also inside of our vessel. And finishing this healing session that we're having today, and helping us feel light, airy, connected, and embracing the serenity that is here now. So everybody take one last deep breath. Exhale. And when I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You'll know who you are, and you'll become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, which is God manifested in human form. And so it is. So, my legs are completely asleep. So thank you guys so much for connecting with me. I have some new videos that are coming out on White Wolf, the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom on YouTube. And thank you for connecting with me. And that was so powerful that my words were not coming out properly. And I haven't ate anything, so that's probably why. But thank you guys for tuning in. And also I have a new private session special. It's 30 minutes for $50 and 45 minutes for $85. If you want to book a private session with me, text me, email me, and connect with me if you feel led to. And also I'll pin that at the top of my profile, and also I'll be going live around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern doing readings, healings, activations. Just remember, guys, that we all are going at our own pace. It's our own race, and that we can allow ourselves to transcend the human conditioning and just do the exact opposite of what we've been doing in our realities. And seeing when we do that, we change the narrative and the theme and the direction. We're changing our actions, which is changing our thoughts, and we're changing our emotions, and we're receiving and releasing. So that gives us that metamorphosis of the soul that we're looking for. So just give yourself time to wake up in the morning, meditate, get into a grounded state of being, and just give yourself time. You have all the time in the world. We're in the absence of time, and we're all children of the light, so we're all starting over again. So thank you. God bless. Namaste. This is White Wolf. God bless.